breakthroughs, how to rise again when life locks you down. Are you not stuck? Are you being prepared for your next level? Sometimes the situations that drain you were the same situations designed to unlock a breakthrough inside of you. Hi everyone. If you are new here, my name is Nurse Obi. I'm the founder of Thrive Recovery Academy. Here at the Academy, we don't just talk about surviving. We teach you how to thrive, recover your identity, and rise into your purpose with clarity and strength. Please subscribe to this channel, like and share, and join the community. You are welcome. What today's section is about is gonna be about breakthroughs, how breakthrough works psychologically and spiritually, what keeps people stuck, Thrive Recovery Academy 5-step breakthrough framework, real stories from your journey, practical tools you can use today, a guided empowerment declaration. This video is designed to elevate you, not just to educate you. You may ask me, what is the meaning of breakthrough? Breakthrough is not a moment, it is a shift. It is a shift in mindset, it is a shift in identity, it is a shift in self-worth, it is a shift in boundaries, it is a shift in emotional pattern, in spiritual alignment. Breakthrough is what happens when pressure meets purpose. It is the moment you move from surviving to rebuilding, from confusion to clarity, from exhaustion to empowerment, people pleasing to boundaries. It is a moment where you shift from self-doubt to self-ownership. Do you know that David wasn't crowned a king in a palace? His breakthrough came right. It began in the wilderness. If you read the Bible very well, you see how David was very proud about the fact that he tore the bear. Joseph's breakthrough began in the prison. It wasn't when he met Pharaoh that his breakthrough came. No. Breakthroughs are born in uncomfortable situations. Why does breakthrough take time? Breakthrough takes time because one, the brain resists change. Your brain is wired in a way to keep you in familiar patterns, even unhealthy ones. Breakthrough, neurologically, it means breaking neurological cycles. It's a situation where, number two, it's a situation where you are unlearning old survival skills. During stressful sections, you pick up habits like overworking, like suppressing emotions, like avoiding conflicts, like staying in toxic places. Letting go of them feels scary. You find it so difficult to change a situation. Why? Because you are scared of the next level. Number three, healing requires identity shifts. You cannot step into a breakthrough with an old identity. Your self-concept must evolve. Number four, God builds character before elevation. You are being strengthened internally before your breakthrough manifests externally. Most people will say the spiritual controls the physical. That means whatever you see in the physical has been grounded in the spiritual. You have to do the internal work first before you start achieving success externally. What are the breakthrough framework? There are steps in the framework. Step 1 is awareness. You have to name it to navigate it. You cannot navigate a situation where you have not named. Breakthrough starts with the truth. You cannot heal what you pretend does not exist. What do you need to identify? You need to identify, number 1, what drains you. You need to identify what no longer serves you, number 2. Number 3, you need to identify what beliefs you inherited that limits you. Number 4, you need to identify where you have abandoned your needs. Number 5, you need to identify what God is trying to shift in you. I realized I was built for nursing, especially mental health, when I decided to go into mental health, only after working with people in the hospital that were going through withdrawals. I noticed the difference. I noticed the way they were looking when those people that were going through substance use or they were going through alcohol withdrawal, what they were experiencing. That was when I realized that I was actually built for nursing. Step 2, the release. You have to let go to grow. You have to release some. Do you know that sometimes even in the house, if you don't overhaul stuff, you may not replace them. When you keep buying stuff and you keep buying stuff into your house, you find out that you don't have, and you are not taking them away, you find out that you don't intend to replace them. Why? Because you already have them. But for you to have breakthrough, you have to let go to grow. You must release toxic workplaces. You must release relationships that destroy your peace. You must release unrealistic expectations. You must release from guilt for choosing yourself. You must release from shame from your past mistake. You must release people pleasing. You must release self-neglect. You have to release self-neglect. You have to love yourself. I left jobs that were undervalued. When I was a CNA tech, I was surviving. I didn't know why I was leaving that job. Well, God had a bigger plan for me. I was learning to honor my worth at that time. You need to honor your worth. Step 3 in the framework is realignment. Realignment is the shift. It shifts your internal compass. This is a situation where breakthrough becomes real. You begin to align with what you value. You begin to align with what energizes you. You begin to align what God is calling you to. You begin to align who you want to become. You begin to align healthy boundaries, new routines, renewed identity. And how do you do this? You have to have a daily quiet time. You have to be educated mentally. Mental health education is very paramount in this situation. You need to pray and supplicate. You need to reflect. You need to journal. You need to join a support community. Step number 4 is to rebuild. Create a life you don't need to escape from. Breakthrough, like I said earlier, is not just emotional, it is practical. How do you rebuild? Example, rebuilding your career path. Rebuilding your career path, like I said. You may be in nursing school, you may be doing something, or you are even thinking of going into one educational field or the other, but you are relaxed. You have to rebuild. You have to finish your nursing school. You have to finish your academics. You have to finish whatever you must have started. You need to start striving in Strive Recovery Academy. Join the academy. You need to embrace your calling. You need to create mindful habits, designing healthy routines. You need to practice emotional intelligence. And when you do this, this is where you begin to experience that shift. Step 5 in breakthroughs that we'll be discussing in the framework is rise. You got to rise. You got to walk boldly into your new chapter. This is the final stage of breakthrough. And it looks like confidence, clarity, spiritual strength. They all develop at once. Emotional stability. You find out that you are stable emotionally. You find out that new opportunities are beginning to open and you are beginning to take advantage of them. You are beginning to be in a new relationship, new mindset shift. You begin to restore joy within you. You begin to live a purpose-driven life. I went through part of this stage when I moved from medication tech to CNA, and now I'm RN, and soon by God's grace I'm going to start my master's in mental health and addiction nursing, and then I will become a full advocate of mental health. That is breakthrough for me, and that is breakthrough life. What are the biggest barriers to breakthrough? Number 1 is fear of disappointment. Fear of disappointing others. In breakthroughs, you have to choose yourself first. Number 2 is trauma patterns. Those patterns that you experience one way or the other, probably when you were growing up, or one thing or the other. Your brain tries to protect you with old habits. Number 3 barriers to breakthroughs is low self-esteem. You don't believe you deserve better. Number 4, lack of emotional tools. That is where Thrive Recovery Academy exists, to give people the skill for emotional health, for boundaries, and for resilience. Part 5. In the breakthrough framework, these are the breakthrough toolkits. They are grounding skills. What are those grounding skills that you need? One is deep breathing. You're going to take a 5-minute deep breathing. Meditation is another one. You need to meditate. Look for a quiet place and meditate. The next one is quiet reflection. You have to reflect, internalize, reflect those things and your goings around you. You have to have like a rest period, a reset period. They call it nervous system reset. What are those emotional intelligence practices that would also help as a breakthrough toolkit? You have to name your feelings. You have to respond instead of reacting. The next toolkit we'll be talking about is boundaries script. Boundary script example is, I cannot commit to that right now. Let people know you cannot do it. Don't try to favor others while you are disfavoring yourself. I need time to think about it. Don't just jump into the situation and start answering it. No. Always let them know that it does not work for you at this time. You're going to think about it and you're going to let them know the time that it works for you. Another one is prayers. You need to pray. You need to study the scriptures and you need to fellowship. You need to fellowship. Another tool we'll be talking about is what? Self-care beyond spa days. You need to give yourself self-care, good self-care, like better sleep, like asking for help, like leaving toxic places, like scheduled rest time, like purposeful routine. You don't just do routine haphazardly or just jump into routine. It should be routine that you do intentionally and purposeful. I'm going to give you a few breakthrough declarations that you need to tell yourself every day. Like, I am rising, I am healing, I am aligning, and I am expanding. I am stepping into my God-given purpose. I am experiencing breakthrough. You deserve a life that supports your peace. You deserve a story that reflects your strengths. Your breakthrough is not coming. It has already started. If you like this video, please turn on your notification bell, subscribe to this channel, comment and like this point, and type in what breakthrough prompts you are using presently or you have read or heard of. Comment also, I am ready for my breakthrough. Share with someone you need encouragement with. And last and not the least, you have to join Thrive Recovery Academy for weekly empowerment and recovery tools. Thank you so much for having me. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. I will see you